Hello everyone, my name is Sriram Iyer. I'm an analyst at the Commodity Research Desk at Reliance Securities. Welcome everyone to this week's Bullion podcast. So international and domestic gold and silver prices remained extremely flat this week. In fact, silver prices, both international and on the domestic side of things, are on the way for the first weekly lows in over 2 weeks. The market had a lot going this week in terms of earnings, especially in the US side of things, central bank meetings and data points from the US and other across the Atlantic in the Eurozone and UK. Prices started the week stronger as a retreat in the US benchmark bond yields, and persisting worries about inflation pushed investors toward the safe haven appeal of the bullion. Investors also bought bullion initially as cautious tone had set in the markets ahead of the major central banks meeting this week. However, after a brief upside in prices, markets both bullion and both gold and silver gave up its gains made earlier in the week as strong company earnings bolstered appetite for risky assets like the equity markets. The stronger than expected move in equities with a lot of positive earnings took a bit of sheen off gold and silver this week. We saw that dollar index was weak during the week as a US government data showed that US GDP grew at only 2% as an annualized rate in the third quarter ending in the quarter ending September, versus a poll of expected of 2.7%. But the main trigger for gold and silver markets came after the ECB meeting during the week and the Bank of Canada meeting. Beginning with the Bank of Canada meeting, the Bank of Canada, of course, kept their monetary policies, or I should say interest rates steady, but they did reveal that there could be an expectation in the coming months that they could look to reduce their asset purchases, and possibly looking forward into 2022, they could also signal a rate hike from their side of things. So I think one negative was on that fact. And the second one, of course, the ECB, they also kept the interest rate steady along with dovish language from the Fed chief or from the ECB chief, Christine Lagarde, who said that higher inflation for a longer time is expected, but pushed back against the market bets that price pressures would trigger an interest rate hike. But many of the investors or many of the insider traders believe that there could be an announcement in the December meeting, and that's why the euro spiked, or I should say moved higher against the US dollar, and in the end capped the downside in the gold and silver markets. Looking ahead, we feel that gold and silver prices could continue to remain range bound in the coming week as well, as investors will look to cues from the US Federal Reserve meeting early next week. Ahead of the meeting, of course, we have the economic calendar point, which is the Fed favored PCE price index, which is the inflation reading for the US, which is expected out this Friday evening. Of course, along with that, we have the German and the Eurozone GDP data, both expected out today evening, and both could have a big impact on the markets. Apart from that, on the macroeconomic front, along with the US Fed meeting, we have the US monthly jobs report, and this report is also going to be important as Fed has mentioned in their previous meetings, and possibly in this November meeting as well, they will emphasize the stability of the jobs market and the labor market over the next few months to at least start thinking about their of hiking the interest rate. So over the next couple of months, the jobs report will be extremely important. So this next week jobs report will also be one of the driving factor for the markets in the short term at least. Apart from that, we have the manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMI numbers from UK and US, which could also move the markets next week. So before I move to the technical side, just a brief that in the Indian side of things, Indian context, we have the Diwali week next week. So demand could remain intact ahead of the festival season next week. So any downside can be met with some buying at lower levels, primarily on the back of Diwali week next week. So moving to the technical side of the story, LBMA spot gold range, or I should say broad range for the coming week, will be anywhere between 1740 on the lower side to 1830 on the higher side of things. If the Fed is more hawkish than expected, then the market is expecting, then we can expect 1740 can be breached next week. But if the Fed is more dovish than expected, then 1830 can also be tested or even taken out next week. So I've given a broad $90 range because I think this is the range over the past few weeks, and this range can remain intact if everything falls in order. If the Fed remains in line with market expectations, if the data is in line with expectations, then this range could remain intact next week as well. Domestically, we also see that the range for the domestic December contract will be anywhere between 46,990 to 48,630 levels. Again, the same scenario is applicable for the domestic markets as well. But with the Diwali approaching, the bias can be slightly on the positive side of things. Silver, the range for silver on the international side is from $23.35 to $25, and on the domestic side we see 63,750 as a support level, and on the upside we feel 67,000 the main key resistance point for the silver on the domestic side of things. So that's it from our side. Thank you for listening. Have a pleasant day and a week ahead. Thank you.